Okay, I got a Beetle, 2000 Beetle, and the mirrors stopped working, and the remote, the door lock stopped going up and down. That piece there stopped going up and down. And when you put the key in the, the door lock, you could turn either way. It's supposed to let the windows up and down. It wouldn't do that. When you set the alarm, you could open the door. The alarm would go off because it doesn't know this door was unlocked. And so I had to go through, and I found where someone had been working on the wiring harness right here, and they tapped into it for some reason. And then over here, where it goes through the harness, goes through the door, they had spliced in what looks to be a new door latch wiring harness. They spliced all these wires together, and I found this was all taped up with regular electrical wire instead of the normal covering that Volkswagen puts on it. So when I went through to try and diagnose it, the first thing I had to do was to figure out what was going on, was to go back and see where these wires all went. So I had to pull the entire wiring harness apart and go through and trace all these wires down to see where they all went. And basically what I found is that everything except for those guys, these fellas here, these all come separate. Everything else that comes out of the door, comes up from the main harness, comes through, goes into the wiring harness that goes and plugs into the motor. So all this stuff here, it goes different places, and you can trace back these different wire colors to the, to the window switches right here. Some of those down here. This is the fuel door release, hatch release, power mirror here, where it goes through. So you can find all those through there. This is a power wire right here, with this piece here on there. It splits it. It's a power wire there. This piece here goes off and runs. This actually goes to the power hatch release, and so these go to the trunk. They go to the trunk release and the fuel door, and then this one is the speakers right here. So once I eliminated all those, I figured those couldn't do anything. That only left one thing. It had to all come through here, which this is actually a module on Volkswagens. So the power window motor on the driver's side is actually a module inside here that actually runs the power mirrors, the door latch, all kinds of stuff on the driver's side. So that's why on this car the passenger side window went up and down from the passenger side switch, but from this switch it wouldn't. So originally I thought, well, maybe it was the switch, so I checked the switch out. It seems to be fine. The weirdest thing is you can put the key in it sometimes and this window will go up and down. Let's see if it'll do it now. I'm going to put the key in it. See if the window will go up and down now. So what we'll do is we'll take and plug this guy back in here. It takes a little doing. It's got to go around behind there. So we'll plug this into the door motor, the window motor. Plug it in good. We'll push this down. That actually locks it in, makes it plug in. Now we'll turn the key on, and we'll try and move this switch. So we'll turn the switch down. You can see the window go down. See the window come back up. But even though the window's going down and back up, if you do this a few times, it actually stops. And then at one point, it actually went down by itself. It started to go down. I didn't even touch the switch. So I just barely even laid my finger on the switch. It's going up and down. But one time it did it all by itself. It didn't even manage to have the problem with the switch. So anyway, I had to take all this apart to find that. So I'm going to order a new motor tomorrow, and hopefully that should take care of all the woes that are wrong with this door. Apparently somebody else has been working on it, trying to get it to work, and I figure they use this as a PowerPoint to try and run things in the door. And when that didn't work, that's probably why they gave up. And you can see they spliced wires and stuff. They were probably trying to get the stuff to work back on the door again, not realizing that all that came home there. But if they took this harness apart like I did, I'd take all these wires apart and follow everything back, they'd have found it.